Peace to the tribe. Hello, and I am Nudiamonds here with an energy reading. I hope everyone out there is doing well, and I am so excited to get into this great gas giant alignment. Okay, this event will be happening October 19th, and this is an alignment with the four gas giant planets. Okay, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, and they will be forming a square or a box or a mystic rectangle, which will, I believe, will put a lot of pressure on Earth's atmosphere, and the moon and the sun will also be in this axis, basically creating this tension between Earth, or putting this pressure on Earth, okay? And they are the gas giants, so there will be a lot of extra stuff in the air, okay? So yeah, let's jump right on into it. I'm going to be looking at my notes. I'm going to be doing an astrology breakdown, some uploads and downloads that I got, and also doing a card pull. But for the most part, I thought this was so interesting due to we have been having a lot of things going on with the solar flares, the CMEs, the weather, the heat, people, energy. It's just been all type of things going on. These two moons, the two suns, these two energies, these two celestial objects, however many celestial objects, okay, ancestors. There's just a lot of things going on, and I really wanted to do a breakdown on this energy. It was just really giving me a sense of this great energy returning, due to all of these planets are in retrograde, okay? Jupiter is in retrograde, Saturn is in retrograde, Neptune and Uranus is all retrograde. So it's like the return of the greats, the return of this ancient energy, okay? So yeah, let's jump right on into it. So for the most part, all of the planets are associated with elements, minerals, deities, energies, and a lot of people know Jupiter for being, you know, the great planet, the giant planet. It's the biggest planet, okay? So this is a sense of this great energy returning, okay? This also represents the 10 element, and for me, that was just pretty interesting that, you know, 10 is something that is protective, and I feel like Jupiter is great. So since it is great protector, there's great energy, okay? Then we have Saturn. Saturn is attributed to lead, and lead is also another mineral, another metal, okay? All of these metals that we use to kind of protect ourselves, also used to help, you know, boost up our minerals within our body. I think of this as without, as within type of energy. And too much of anything isn't a good thing. And I feel like that is that Saturn energy, that discipline, that make sure that you're having discipline. Then we also have Uranus. Okay, Uranus is connected to zinc, which is all about unique, all about going within, all about that immune system, making sure that, you know, internally that you are okay, for the collective as well. And then also Neptune. Neptune is all about, you know, the dreams. It's attributed to cobalt, and cobalt is the power, the battery, that spiritual power, in this sense. Okay, so all of these planets also are hydrogen and helium. When I think of helium, I think of something expanding, something growing, something getting high. So it made me think of like the most high, or this sense of intaking something to gain enlightenment, to reach another level. Hydrogen is also attributed to water. That gave me a sense of this spiritual aspect. These are all outer planets, so it gave me a sense of something outside of us, something big outside of us. It also made me think of like ancestors as well, angels, angelic beings, angels of light, the divine, the source. you know, spirit guides, whatever system or energy that you work with, it made me think of things that are outside of us spiritually, okay? This spiritual energy that we cannot really see, but it is felt. It's this great deal of energy that is felt. It's almost like air. You know, these gases, you can't really see them, but it's something that can be felt, okay? And when you combine all of these metals, it creates an alloy. Okay, an alloy is something that is used to coat, something that is used to protect the internal structure of something. So I thought that was pretty interesting, that all of these metals, when combined, it creates an alloy. And alloy is used to protect something, used to coat something, block something from negative radiation in a protective sense. So it gave me a sense that we are divinely protected, we are divinely guided through whatever may be happening at this time, okay? So I'm going to jump back into the planets. I just want to give like a breakdown with all of the planets, and with this alignment, it's like they're all conjuncting in a sense. They're all squaring each other and trining each other. So it's a sense of harmony and balance when it comes to this energy as well. Okay. Also, let me go into my notes. Was that enlightenment, or was that divine communication that this energy was given? Yes, it was given a sense of divine communication, this gold etheric energy, this gamma ray energy. And gamma is a sense of this radiation that penetrates your DNA, penetrates the mitochondria, it goes into the nucleus and the atoms, the structure, and it upgrades it in a sense. It's not like the X-ray radiation where it's harmful, because that only penetrates the outside of the cell and it damages it and it kills the cellular structure, versus the gamma ray, it's a level higher on the radiation scale, so it actually penetrates deeper. And I thought that was very interesting that I said the great gas giant alignment, and it's gamma. These are all G's attributed to 7, which is that God-like essence, that most high essence, this just mystery energy, that energy aspect. Okay, so it just really gave me a sense of there could be miracles happening, miraculous things happening, great awakenings, great things being shook up. This could affect the weather. This is going to affect the weather. This is going to affect the earth. This is going to affect the universe. So just be prepared for whatever may happen. And yeah, okay, so I'm going to go back into Jupiter and break down some of the alignments that I noticed with Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter is the planet of growth, good luck, expansion, travel, future, and it's this fire-like essence, okay? Because the sign that is attributed to Jupiter is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about, you know, half man, half beast, the archer. Okay, so really making sure that you're headed in the right direction. You have your head together when you're headed in the right direction, because things may take off, and not operating in your lower nature, so things can take off in the right direction, in a higher octave. Okay, that wisdom, that travel. Okay, it's also giving like expansion of the mind, because Jupiter is in Gemini, okay, at the 21st degree. The 21st degree is attributed to Sagittarius. So it's this balance of this higher and lower, this masculine, this feminine, and being flexible when it comes to your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, your future self and your shadow self, your past self, okay? But I also said back to the future, siblings. I said back to the future because, like I said, Jupiter is retrograde, and that represents future. Sagittarius represents the future. The ninth house represents the future. And it's like this great the great ancestors returning, okay? And I said ancient ancestors, divine communication, the great spirit, and intelligent communication, okay? Just due to this Jupiter and Gemini energy. And that is, when I think of great communication, I think of the Most High, I think of the divine, I think of our ancestors, I think of our spirit guides, okay? Then when we go into Saturn, okay, Saturn represents structure, it represents discipline, it represents this masculine energy, you know, that dominance, that action, that assertiveness, and also careers, the core structure of the foundation. And I feel like when you're putting in that work, then you will receive the reward. Some people like to say it's attributed to fame as well, that 10th house energy, that Saturn energy. And I feel like you're only going to come into fame when you're putting in the work. Okay, work hard, play hard, right? And it's a sense of this karma, this time, okay? The more work that you put in with time, the greater the abundance will be. And I feel like that's this reward system, okay? Because Saturn isn't always just about discipline, but it is about having discipline, having patience, and growing and expanding. And that, you know, that Saturn's return energy after this huge 28, 29 year cycle. What have you learned? How have you grown? How have you changed for the better? Okay. And Saturn was retrograde in Pisces at the 13th degree. Okay, the 13th degree is Aries, but Pisces is the last sign. Aries is the first sign. So I feel like this was doing the past work, doing the shadow work, so you could head into a new future, so you could head into the right place moving forward. Okay. And also to receive spiritual reward. Okay, so if you're doing the internal work, I feel like you receive outside abundance, you receive outside rewards. And I feel like when you do the spiritual work, you receive spiritual abundance, spiritual gifts, spiritual enlightenment, that clairvoyancy, that clear knowing, that clear audience, that clear hearing, that clear sentient, that clear feeling. You can just feel when things are off, that gut intuition, just doing the internal work, you know, having that discipline, making sure you're detoxing, make sure you're on top of your health, so that way you can receive the best benefits of whatever this energy may bring forth at this time, okay? Then I also said Uranus, because Uranus is another great gas giant planet, okay? And this is all about that unique self. When I think Uranus, I think of unique, I think of unicorns, okay? That omnipresence, that omniconsciousness, that information pouring in, that Aquarian energy, okay? Because Aquarian is the water bearer, is pouring that bucket of water, okay? Water is a frequency, water is information. And if it's coming from the stars, I feel like this great information is going to pour in from the stars, that sense of that revolutionary energy, that humanitarian energy, that Renaissance energy, and technology changing, our inner technology, outside technology. We are divine technology, our brains, our hands, our hearts, and just using that to better ourselves in the future, okay? Healing ourselves for a better change in the future as well, okay? And I feel like when you're operating from your higher self, when you're taking advantage of the knowledge for integrity with integrity, then wish, hopes, dreams, those aspects come true, because the 11th house, Uranus, Aquarius, is all attributed to hopes, wishes, and dreams. But I feel like that only happens when we come together as a group and we're operating in unity. Omi, that one mind in the universe, that omnipresence, that omniscience, consciousness. And when we operate as one, then we can do whatever, that community. When the community comes together as one, then we can elevate together, okay? Then Uranus is at the 26th degree in Taurus. So, and it's also retrograde. So I feel like this is going back to those unique views, going back to those unique values, going back to that unique way of getting money, that unique love, okay? And I feel like when you tap into your authentic self and operate in this age of Aquarius that we're going into, that is going to be the future. This technology, using our technology to better us in the future when we tap into our individual selves and what we love to do. I feel like that would be a great thing that will happen in the future, especially with like money, jobs, income. I see people go viral off the most randomest things every day, but it's because they're operating from that love aspect. They're being their unique self and operating from that heart chakra, and that brings in that great abundance, that brings in that great love, that attracts abundance. It gets in the flow of that currency, that water, that energy for that information to pour in, and as within, so without. So if you're operating from this loving vibration, then that love will come to you. It's kind of like when you love yourself, fully love yourself, then it's this sense of people always want to try to come and talk to you when you're in. As soon as you get in a relationship, all these people come out the woodworks. The ex come out, these people come out. It's like you get tests. So it's this sense of being fulfilled internally, and then that energy radiates out into the universe. Okay. Then also Neptune. Okay. And I love Neptune because when I think of tune, I think of a frequency, a tune, something that you can hear, getting in tune with yourself, something that you can feel, okay? Because Neptune is that water, that Piscean energy. So it's all about being intuitive to get in tune with this spiritual aspect, okay? The music aspect, that's a tune. The water aspect, that's a frequency, that's a currency, that's a tune, that's a attunement, that's just different ways of getting a feel for the energetic field, okay? I had also said brain waves, okay? Brain waves being active because that's a sense of that water coming in. When you get into this frequency, when you tap into this darkness, this dark side, and imagination, using your imagination, going into the subconscious mind, really deep diving, going internal. Like I said, that water, that Pisces, that depths of the ocean, not just being on the surface, really deep diving into yourself and going back into things of the past, and ending things that may have been hindering you from this next leap that we're about to take in this journey, okay? Hidden things coming out, karma, and the power of the psyche, okay? But for me, this was really like ending a karmic loop, okay? Something breaking through this square energy, breaking through this friction energy to move forward in the future, okay? So this like huge breakthrough that may be about to happen, because not only is Neptune in Pisces, we also have Saturn in Pisces. So it's like breaking through these karmic loops to push forward at this time. All right, but Uranus is at the 27th degree. It is retrograde. So I feel like this is going back to spiritual beliefs, going back to spiritual intelligence, going back to our power, going back to our gifts, our psychic powers, and tapping back into our dreams. Dreams may be enhanced at this time, may be chaotic. You may have a lot more dreams. They may be prophetic dreams at this time. So pay attention to your dreams. Make sure you are writing them down. And paying attention to the signs. But I feel like this is just going to be a great sense of us tapping back into our internal power. Okay, they're really going within to receive this information that is coming from the stars. Okay, coming from the great divine, these great planets, these great gas giants. Okay, because gas can cloud judgment, or gas can go internal and enlighten you and give you the sense of highness, give you this sense of, gas can do all type of things. Gas can fill you up. Gas can power you up. Gas can knock you out. Okay, so be mindful of this energy. Be mindful of what you're consuming at this time, and make sure that you are operating from intelligence and integrity in your heart, and being an alchemist and using this for the greatest good at this time. Okay, there was also a cardinal cross in the chart, which gave me a sense of something being initiated, something starting, something taking off, this leadership energy, this spiritual warrior energy, this fire within being sparked, this inner flame. Okay, so I said the start of something great, great spiritual power, gamma ray activations, DNA activations, more solar flares going off. I said the ancestors are here, because they are. There's a lot of signs, symbols, and synchronicities that point to they are here. They always been here. They are back. Okay. There's a lot of things going on in the space, within and without outer space, and in between spaces, okay, that you just kind of have to pay attention to. All of these hurricanes, these great anomalies, this weather, comets being in the sky, stars, planets, moons. It's just a lot of different things that just gave me the sense of ancestors being here, okay? I've been having a lot of dreams with a lot of ancestor beings, entities coming in, and just getting a lot of information, okay? So take what resonates, but it was giving me a sense of the ancestors are here, the divine is here, and the angels of light are working for us at this time, okay? Also, Hemi syncing the brain. So balancing that right brain with that left brain, that masculine with that feminine, that higher and that lower, that light and that dark, okay? Balancing those two, and getting in alignment with yourself, rising above these lower natures, not being bound to anything, not being addicted to anything, minding your ego, minding your shadow, and not letting them have control over you, letting the ego speak when it is appropriate, letting your shadow come out when it is appropriate, but not letting them have full control over you and dominating you at this time, okay? Also said spiritual awakenings, the Most High, and the divine coming in, okay? That great source, okay? The source code, light codes, the rainbow bridge, the star seeds rising, 144, the ninth ether, and we are divinely protected and divinely guided, because there was a huge star in the chart. It was actually 2 stars in the chart, and it gave me a sense of that Merkaba, that seal of Solomon, that soul of man, that rise of consciousness, that activation, that kundalini, that rise of the phoenix energy, and coming into wisdom, coming into enlightenment at this time. I said some type of split or balance. Make sure to balance your heart and your mind. Stay grounded, going into power, underworld merging, deep waters, and the unknown. Okay, so just really deep diving within yourself and getting attuned to yourself, listening to your inner self, and listening to spirit, listening to the divine, and watching the waters within and without, okay? Watching those emotions, and grounding yourself to really tap into this natural energy, this nature energy that is going to be coming into the planet at this time. So I advise everybody to go outside, ground yourself, get in nature, get in them trees, and go by the water, listening to the waves. I really advise everybody to go, like put your bare feet in the grass, put your hands in the grass, touch trees, hug trees, because there's be this great electrical charge, this great power up, this great sense of DNA activations that will happen when this energy starts to hit, when you start to feel a little off, when you start to feel like anxiety is overtaking you, or you start to feel a little like these heart palpitations, this DNA activations, this kundalini awakening. The best thing to do is go outside and ground yourself. If you guys haven't watched my kundalini activation video, I suggest that you do, because I give a lot of good information in there when it comes to this spiritual activation, this DNA activations coming in, and how to manage that at this time, okay? How to balance that, how to sync with this energy to fully tap into your power at this time, okay? So that was like the alignments that I seen. I also did a meditation on this energy, and I had seen a star and an hourglass. So it gave me a sense of star time. Okay, it's the star time. Then I seen a beam of light shooting down, and the stars was in the background the whole time. So in my meditation, I seen a star, and the star was just in the background the whole time. So I seen a star, then I seen an hourglass come in, but the star was still there. Then the star was still there, the hourglass went away. Then the star was just kind of in the background. Then I seen a flash of light, beam of light come down. The star was still there. And then when the beam of light came down, it was like the star kind of like split, and I seen the shadow of the star like being pulled in the background, and then I seen the light of the star be pushed to the forefront, okay? So yeah, I seen the star move left, leaving its shadow behind to shine its light, and the star shot out a huge ray of light to the left. Yeah, so it's like when the ray of light came down and shot the star like separated from its shadow. And when the light came down, the star radiated light. So that gave me a sense of when this energy comes down, basically we are the stars. When this energy comes down and illuminates us, then we're going to start shining our light. Our powers are going to come on. We're going to be activated, okay? And we're going to be able to, it's going to be this great awakening within us. Maybe we're going to come into our fully consciousness of who we are. It's 11 o'clock on the dot, okay? So the sense of that internal power within us coming online. All right. The star was still standing. And then it was like this energy behind it. It was almost like a cape or like a wind, like superstars, or the star within being ignited. Okay. Because stars are the sense of like fire, this passion, this desire being ignited within us. So it could be a sense of that. When this energy comes in, we might just have like this huge revelation within us. We might come into our inner knowing, come into power, take what resonates at this time. But I feel like there's going to be some type of shift in power when this energy hits the planet, okay? And that says, star time to shine when you leave your shadow behind. Shine your light, shine bright, and prepare for victory. Ashe. So that was pretty much like my meditation that I had, my uploads, my downloads, and the alignment with these great gas giants. So yeah, I'm going to pull some cards, and we're going to see what is under the message from Spirit at this time. I'm going to start off with my Elemental Alchemy deck, and we're going to see what is the general message. And again, I hope everyone out there is doing well. Let me scoot over a little bit. There we go. Wow, power. Wow, as soon as I cut it, power. Coming into power, that's what is given. And power is a sense of internal power, being vulnerable, being open, being your unique self. Being your unique self is a power, because some people hide behind a mask all day. Yeah, I'm feeling Spirit coming through heavy for for this message. It's a sense of being your unique self. That is a power. Because some people are afraid to shine their light. So don't be afraid to shine your light. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to go within, all right, and pour that information into the community, because someone may need to hear some of that positivity at this time. There's a lot of chaos and distractions going on at this time. So a little ray of light, a little ray of sunshine could really help someone. All right, so don't be afraid to shine your light and operate from your higher self at this time, okay? All right. Whoa. What is the overall theme for this energy we are about to receive? Whoa. Wow. Wow, with this at the bottom. So this is the bottom card. It's all about releasing. Okay. And wow, this is going into my meditation. Okay. That energy coming in from the outside, that beam of light shooting down on us, helping us get into alignment, helping us receive this energy, helping us release any stagnant energy and let go of old things so we can get this new energy that's about to pour in for us. Let me get the card, y'all, because it shot all the way across the room. So, yeah. Let me get back comfortable. But yeah, so this was the card in Tribal Fire. Okay, I love this card. Fire, Tribal Fire, and Sun. So yeah, this is gather around the fire. I always say that, gather around for a story. The ancestors. Yeah, the ancestors are most definitely here, shining your light, not being afraid to shine your light, not being afraid to do the community work that is needed for this ascension to happen for the collective. And connecting with like minds at this time. Also breaking out of old cycles and tapping into your internal power, not being afraid to be creative, not being afraid to be your unique self, okay? Paying attention to details, analyzing things, thinking first, and operating from your higher self, all right? Have fun, play, dance, move. Let the great divine and the great spirit speak through you and move through you at this time. We are ending a huge karmic cycle. Karmic loops are being broken. New timelines are, the timelines are collapsing. We are emerging into a new timeline, okay? And pushing past this old structure, this old way of thinking, this old world, okay? And going back to the real world, the real internal the real world is the spiritual world, okay? Everything manifests through spiritual thought, through spiritual feeling, okay? So that is a sense of getting in tune with ourselves, going within to receive the messages so that way we can manifest them out in reality. And this also takes a community to do this as well. So it's not just about one, it's about the all, okay? I'm going to read this because that's a great sense of the great planets aligning too. It's not just one planet alignment, it's all of the gas giants are aligning at this time. Wow. And as I said that, the sun started to come out. Wow. Okay. So let me read the card. It says, the fires are calling you to gather in ceremony. You're being asked to facilitate a meeting of the hearts and minds and spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation, because that's exactly what I said. All right. Gather your tribe together as one in nature so that you can honor the fire that lights our solar system. The fire that burns in the heart of the earth, as well as a fire that lives in the heart of all beings. Call together your nearest and dearest and prepare a ritual so that you can pray together and vision together, so that together you can amplify and create power of your union and of the sacred fire around you, which you are gathered. Wow. Is that not everything that I said? And I feel like these are the planets aligning, all of these little circles. They're coming together. It's a sense of the planets coming together to work in unison, as above, so below. So we should be coming together and operating from our hearts, our minds, our spirits with love and letting that inner fire ignite us. Oh, this goes back to the breakdown that I did so perfectly. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so that is the general energy. Let's pull some more cards and see what are some other messages. I'm going to be, wow, the cards are shooting out. Cards everywhere today, you guys. Yeah, Spirit wants to speak. The ancestors want to speak today. And they're saying it's time to go in community. They're saying it's time, okay? Time to come together as a community. That 144 be enlightened and ignited at this time. I'm hearing, so get ready, spiritual warriors. It's time to shine your light. Okay. It's going to be a beautiful time for you all. Wow. Illumination and community. Wow. Happiness. Happiness popped out. Wow. I'm getting a lot of information. It's going to be a beautiful time for the collective and everyone who has been putting in the work. You guys will be seeing great rewards. Have patience and keep operating from grace. Huge opportunities are on the way. I'm listening carefully, and my spirit told me to go slow today. Don't rush through. Whoever don't have patience with this message, they need to work on themselves. Whoever can't sit with themselves, whoever don't have patience, whoever haven't been working on discipline, then this may be the time to go within. But this is for the ones who've been doing the work. This is for the one who's been working on their patience, working on grace, working on self-love, working on that internal. You'll be greatly gifted, and it's 11:11 on the clock. Lots of wishes coming true. So pay attention. We will be ignited. I'm feeling very hot. Like the stars that we are. We'll be ignited like the stars. I keep hearing supernova. New stars will be born. Flexible. Yes. Flexible. Be open. Eye the tiger. The tunnel. Okay, keep that focus. With that green and pink. I love it because I was just feeling the vibes of green and pink today. Because I'm like gamma, green. I love green. It's my favorite color. And it's also attributed to the heart. And then that pink is that higher heart, that divine feminine energy that I love. So it's a sense of being flexible, operating from love, operating from integrity. certain things may try to come in and distract us or move us, but Spirit is guiding you. Spirit has your hand. Take Spirit's hand and follow Spirit. Listen to Spirit. Listen to your intuition. Listen to that inner knowing, because that inner fire, that inner desire is going to be inflamed, is going to be lit, and it's leading you somewhere. It's leading you to your destiny. It's leading you to your fate. It's leading you to royalty and riches, okay? The creative rulers, this is your time to shine your light and step into your birthright. With this tiger, that tiger is that Leo, that leadership, that initiation, that love, that inner child, that creativity, that playfulness. Get into that heart space and open up and be flexible. Release whatever does not serve you. Let go of whatever does not resonate, and tap into this infinite love. Tap into this open abundance that is here for you all at this time. Divine flowers will be gifted for those who have been doing the internal work. It's something that I'm hearing. What's the bottom card? Yeah, flow. Get in the flow. It's upside down. Get into the flow within, with it being upside down. Go into the flow that's within you. Get into the flow within yourself. Center yourself and just go with the flow, okay? With this full moon that is coming up, there will be great things enlightened. The real stars will be shining. The real stars will be illuminated. And the fake stars will... the fake stars will die down. Their light will be dimmed at this time. And this is the time to go within and get in tune with yourself at this time, so you could feel the shift as it is happening and not watch it. This is a sense of you being the wave, you making the splash in the pool, and you creating the wave, not trying to get on the wave as it is going. You are the wave. You are the star. We are all one when we go within. We all have this spirit. We all are connected to spirit. We all are connected to the great divine. So get aligned at this time. And that starts with going within yourself, aligning with yourself, aligning those chakras, doing the purges, doing the cleansing, doing the detoxing, so you could get in better attunement with yourself and get in the flow. All right? Wow. And we're also heading to heading to a new direction, headed to a new space, headed to a better place. Things have to fall before they get better. Things have to fall before they rise. So just hang on and have faith. We are divinely protected. As I'm cutting in, we are divinely protected. Okay? The Spirit said, that's it. Spirit said, and that's it. We are divinely protected and divinely guided. All right? It's about knowing that. It's about believing that wholeheartedly, fully. All right. It's another message from my shamanic healing deck. I love that message. So this would be a great time for people who've been doing the internal work. The work that you've been doing has not gone unnoticed. It's not unnoticed. Everything we do is being watched under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay, keep operating from your light. Keep shining your light, all right? There will be a great shift when this energy starts to hit the planet. It's already hitting the planet, actually. But it will just intensify as time goes on while I'm seeing orbs. Yeah, this great spirit, the great ancestors, the great divine, all coming in and aligning us to our greatness, all right? And if you already know you great, just get ready to be enhanced, okay? Them spiritual gifts will be enhanced. balanced at this time. Yeah, new day, 11. And I said it was 11/11. Okay, a new day. Yeah, so a new shift, new things on the horizon. Like I said, new gifts, more DNA activations, new things arising, new things on the horizon as the sun keeps peeking out through the clouds. So yeah, the storm is over. It's this sense of shining your light, being happy, being victorious, liberating yourself, being free, the sense of freedom. And then dragonflies give me a sense of ancestors. So yeah, we are the ancestors. We are the great ancestors. And the ancestors outside of us are coming here to activate us at this time and helping us and guiding us. Okay, those ascended masters will be coming in and assisting us at this time. Okay. And then also the bottom card was grounding. So yeah, centering yourself, grounding yourself. Like I said, going back to my notes with this energy and the alignment. With all of this energy coming in, there will be great shifts, great energy will be felt. And the best thing to do is to go outside and ground yourselves. Grounding means putting the bare soles of your feet on the grass, on the ground. Getting in nature, putting your bare hands. That's why these are different colors. These are like the bottom of the battery, you know, that charge to intake from the energy, charging up from the earth and being a conduit, being a conduct source, being a current, being a, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but being the intersection for earth and the stars, for earth and the universe to have this intersection, to have this intercourse, to have this energy current, just the energy flow through you at this time. And the best way to do that is to ground, okay? To ground yourself with the trees, getting down in the roots, okay? Making sure that heart is as light as a feather and the sun shining on us at this time, okay? Planting the right seeds within to shine, okay? So I'm going to get into my higher self deck and see what is a message from the higher self. But we have fire, tribal fire, flexibility, and new day so far. It's looking good. But yeah, it's giving a sense of just like letting go of any old stagnant energy, because there will be a beautiful, uplifting energy that pours into the earth at this time. And it's going to enlighten us. It's going to uplift us. It's going to charge us up. Okay. As I'm cutting the deck, I see the star card. I see center stage. I see spiritual teacher. And I see test. So just keep operating from your highest self, operating from your highest light, because something is going to get ready to take off. And there may be a few things that may come up just to see if you are worthy. All right. Wow. Demon Slayer. What'd I say? Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, and this is the King of Wands. So yeah, being this creative ruler, letting that inner fashion, that inner passion, that inner flame be ignited, and purifying whatever needs to be purified at this time, so you can be the trailblazer that you truly are, cutting out those lower natures, cutting out distractions, cutting out anything that may be trying to hold you down and pull you down at this time, whether it is outside energies, whether it is internal energies at this time. And it says, divine warrior spirit, hold the sword of truth, speak the astrological language of light, casts out lower self entities, and protector of all that is divine. clear mind, clear focus, clear heart, clear knowing, okay? And being that spiritual warrior, all right? I love that. And then the bottom card is test. So yeah, being authentic, authenticity, multidimensional, and divine feminine. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so let's get into the tarot and see what the tarot has to add on to this beautiful energy reading. Tribal fire, flexibility, new day, and demon slayer. I love it. And it says divine warrior spirit. I feel like that's it right there as the sun comes out. As the sun starts to come out, okay? Okay. What is another message for the collective for this great gas giant alignment? I'm hearing keep operating from your higher self at this time. Wow. The death card. And wow, the death card. Okay, so this is giving a sense to a rebirth, a transformation, letting go of old things that need to fall at this time. And this is the other card that popped out of the mind. So yeah, this is going to be a sense of old structures falling within and without, the sense of breaking free from these old constructs, this old way of thinking, this old way of doing, these old values, these old views, and tapping into this rebirth energy to enlighten us, okay? New things are on the horizon. When we go within and nurture ourselves and focus on healing and yeah, I feel like that's it. New things will arise when we focus on healing and nurturing ourselves. And then we also have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom, because we have to break down these old constructs to elevate for the future, for this new future, for the new world, for the children. And that starts with our mind. Okay, if you don't know anything, if you're a fool, how is your children, how are the future going to learn anything if you're teaching them the old same BS? Okay, you have to elevate, we have to grow, we have to evolve for this new beginning to happen, for this new legacy to be built. How can there be any generational wealth if you don't know anything about generational wealth? You can't teach that to your kids. You're only going to teach them poverty mindset, poverty actions, the lack of self-confidence. You're going to keep teaching them the same old traumatic things. So it's this sense of breaking free from this old constructs of our own mind. Okay, the chains are on our mind. We have to break free from, so that way we can push forward in the future for the children, for ourselves, for the future generations at this time, okay? What's another message, Spirit? Yes, we have to nurture ourselves. We have to nurture ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to pour into ourselves. This is most definitely for the future. This is most definitely for the star seeds, for the children, for the crystal children, for the rainbow children, okay? With this rabbit here that symbolizes fertility. Fertility for me is children, for creativity. Get into that creative bag. Tap into your authentic selves at this time to push forward, to elevate, to reap this abundance that you want. And that starts from within. You have to go within and have to be internally fulfilled, emotionally fulfilled, mentally fulfilled before you can receive external things, because you can have all the money in the world and still be unhappy because you have that void in your heart. And some people are unhappy because they haven't filled that void within their heart. They haven't gone within. They haven't done the spiritual healing. They haven't done the internal healing, the inner child healing. And they're seeking for outside validation. They're seeking to fill this void with things and objects and people when it's really themselves that they need to be seeking at this time. So go within and nurture yourself, nurture that inner child, and great abundance will pour in at this time. That is this energy that's going to be coming in. Is great abundance, great love from the divine. Okay. With Chariot at the bottom, yeah. Things will take off when we begin to pour into ourselves. All right. Yeah, let go of things that no longer serve us. Yes, let go of this attachment. Let go of this material attachment to things that do not serve us, okay? And when we get centered within ourselves, that's when the gifts will come in. When we get aligned with ourselves, when we get grounded in nature, get rooted in nature, plant our own seeds, have our own farms, have our own gardens, work with the community, and not be so... It's a balance between selfish and selfless. You still have to be mindful and operate and love yourself, but also work with the community and work with like minds to get in this alignment for this community, for this Omi consciousness to be present at this time. Because 4 hands are better than 2 hands when it comes to getting work done for the community. So you guys want to be working together and let go of your attachment to certain things. When it comes to this alignment, nurture yourselves, love yourselves. That is the abundance, okay? Great abundance will pour in when you pour into yourselves. What is another message at this time? I'm just looking at the cards, you guys. It's like Death, 8 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. I feel like there would be a great shift with our values during this time, and the value will come from within at this time. It will not be seeking outside validation. It will be internal. Wow. And then, wow, the Emperor. Yeah. So that power from knowing who you are, okay, going within and knowing you are this creative ruler, knowing that you are royalty, knowing that you can work magic, okay? You can create whatever you want in this realm of reality. When you balance the mind, when you get centered in yourself and look at things from a higher perspective, look at things from a different position, instead of the same views, the same ways. Look at it from a 360. Look at it from a up and down. Look at it from every direction to receive a better understanding and understanding of it at this time. And with the High Priestess at the bottom. So this is most definitely about going internal and mastering your emotions, and tapping into that spiritual knowing, tapping into those spiritual gifts, tapping into the great divine that is within all of us at this time. Okay, what's another card? Yeah, the Lover's card. Yep, the system falling and working together as a community. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so it's seeming like there is going to be a great shift within our minds, a great value within ourselves that will be enlightened. And there will be great abundance that pours in once we pour into ourselves, okay? And we will come into power. I feel like knowing yourself is power. Having self-mastery, self-discipline, being emotional intelligent, is a great sense of power, Okay, so I feel like once we get all of those things in alignment within ourselves, there will be a great ascension. And that may be what this energy may be coming in that's going to help us get in alignment with ourselves so we can start to vibrate higher or even higher at this time. Okay, so I'm going to go into my blessings deck. I want to see what are some blessings that are coming in at this time. Hearing a death to old constructs, death to old ways of thinking, and tap into a more abundant mindset. We hold the key to our destiny. Two cards fell out. Gift. May you receive the gift that awaits. And charm. May you see the magic in small things. Yeah. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. So there are going to be gifts that come in, and we just have to be thankful and grateful for what it is that we have at this moment. And more abundance pours in when you tap into that sense of gratitude. Also at the bottom, may you accept what comes, embrace. So embracing the storm to receive the rainbow. After embracing the storm to receive the healing that you need to see the rainbow. And then after the rainbow, after the healing, then there's that pot of gold. There's that abundance. There's that knowledge. There's that wisdom. There's that enlightenment that comes. Okay. So I'm going to get into my chakra deck for a final message and see what is the final message for this reading. I love that. This is such a good reading. I love readings like this. I feel like there always has to be polarity. There always has to be a balance. And that starts with us. That starts with going internal. That starts with the mind. If your mind isn't right, you can't really do anything. You can't head in the right direction. You'll be lost if your mind isn't, 11. If your mind isn't together. So this is really about going within and aligning with yourself, aligning with your heart, aligning with your mind, and getting grounded and centered so that way you can receive the messages that the divine is trying to send us at this time, okay? And then this card, this is the card that came out, Mountain Poles, 11. Okay, so this is most definitely a portal to help us align with higher consciousness, to help us open up our minds, to help us get grounded, to help us get centered, to help us not be moved when a storm comes, when things outside of us try to distract us or move us, test us or trigger us. We are not moved by those things. We have emotional intelligence. We have emotional control. We are in control of ourselves. We have mastered our emotions. And that is a great sense of power, to know that nobody can knock you off your square. Nobody can take you out of your frequency or your vibration because you are grounded and you are centered. Meditation as well, deep breathing, get one with the breath and have a sense of conscious breathing and being more aware of yourself at this time, okay? It says, align with the stability of earth for grounding and support. Open your higher vision as you do. So yeah, this would be a Spirit saying this will be a great time to go into a deep meditation, to deep dive within yourself and see what pops up, okay? There will be great messages that come through and great gifts of abundance that comes through, great insight that may come through. Even if you don't receive any messages, just that sense of calming the body and calming the mind is a great sense. A great gift to relax, just relax and be still and be grateful and be present and be thankful for the present at this time. Okay, that's another sense of grounding, just being present and being thankful and being in gratitude. Okay, so I feel like there will be a great sense of just this abundant love pouring in, and that starts from within. Okay. Yeah. Meditation. That 34, that 7, and it says priestess, intuition, connect to the higher wisdom of the divine feminine. So yeah, there will be this great sense of love pouring in from within, and it will radiate out. And with that, there will be great gifts, okay? But we have to do the internal work first to receive the outside abundance, all right? So yeah, that is my energy reading. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys would like to book any personal readings or buy any jewelry, you can also go to my website, nudiamonds.net. And until next time, guys, peace.